Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, Bashem Rakak Wadash. My name is Yakaba from Plaintables Camp. This is the apostle elders video, the chariots of Yashar Allah. Apostle going into chariots, just listen in.
Rivals any military on the planet, but yet they're still flesh. And their horse is flesh and not spirit, right? Because the angels, they are spirit. The chariots that they ride in are spirit. They are linked one to another. And this is why Esau knows the scriptures to a certain degree. This is why they have those exoskeleton suits. This is why the movie Atlas, that one suit that demon J-Ho jumped in, she pretty much, the suit would become one with the individual because of the implant that they had, and they would become one. They would merge into one, and that's how the angel is with the chariot. They are one. They are connected. They're a union. Even in the movie Avatar, they brought that out. Like when they would ride on that particular flying beast, they had the individual riding had to become one with that beast. So that these devils know about the scriptures and about the angels and the chariots and all of that. But they'll tell the rest of the world that it's nonsense. It says, when the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down. Right. So those that help and those that are helped are going to fall. Why? Because Yahweh said he's coming back. He will not meet thee as a man. He's going to be traveling in the greatness of his strength. And they all shall fall together, because once, including Russia, once America goes, the nations are going. All right? There is none of that, Gog is going to rule for 3 seconds. Gog is going to rule for a day, a week, 2 weeks, a year, or whatever. No. All these armies of the world are going to all be taken down when Yahweh Shai comes back. That's why he's known as the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. For thus hath Yahweh spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voices, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. So the Lord is coming to deliver the nation of Israel. Fight, because we are worms. We have no defense but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, that's why the only defense we have is what? Our prayers and our faith. It says, as birds flying. So what is this speaking about? This is speaking about the chariots. As birds flying, so will Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts defend Jerusalem. See, the Israelites. This is not talking about the land of Jerusalem. This is talking about the people. Because the Lord chose the people for the land's sake, not the other way around. What is that? Is that Second Maccabees? Yeah, I believe it's Second Maccabees, chapter 5. And I might have to, end this and then come back depending on, on how this goes. 19, is it right? Yep, Brakdale Bashem Yahushai. Second Maccabees 5:19. Nevertheless, the Most High did not choose the people for the place's sake, see, but the place for the people's sake. It says far there, but it's for. So when it says he's going to defend Jerusalem as birds flying, those are the chariots. Jerusalem are the people. I said he will passing over, he will preserve it. He will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. Just like the Yahweh Shai passed by the homes of Israel that had the lamb's blood on the doorposts and on the top. All right. There was something else that came to mind. You know what? Before we read on here, right? Because I want to deal also with this as birds flying. Let's go to Psalm 68. Psalms the 68th chapter and the 13th verse. It says, though you have lion among the pots, and this is us, we have been among the pots. We at one time we were like dirty dishes, just laying in the, you know how that, it's not a pleasant look walking into somebody's home or into your own home and seeing a pile of plates with caked on food and all that. It's unsightly, if that's even a word. It's not appealing. Nothing better than walking into a house and you go into the kitchen and there's no dishes, no dirty dishes in the sink. Things are clean. That's good. But we at one time were like those dirty dishes in the sink. So although you have lion among the pots and the nations are pots, yet shall you be as the wings of a dove covered with silver and her feathers with yellow gold. Now we know that a dove their feathers cannot be covered with silver and yellow gold, because if you put silver and gold on a dove, they won't be able to fly. So we know it's not talking about an actual dove. It's talking about the chariots, just like we read in Isaiah, the 60th chapter, who are these that fly as doves? All right. So, and I remember Elder Pastor made that point in school in Connecticut years ago, and I never forgot that. He said, if you put gold and silver on a dove, it's not going to be able to fly. And I was like, damn, that's heavy. It's something simple, but it's profound. And the simplest things, the Occam's razor, right? The simplest explanation is the most profound. Because sometimes you get into these long-winded explanations and it's not impactful. Sounds good, but
this is Psalms 91:11. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. And I looked up charge. Yeah, Tazawa. And to command, appoint, ordain of divine act. To lay charge upon. To give orders, lay charge, give charge, order. All right, so the angels are going to protect the Israelites that are of the elect. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. All right. So this is our defense. The power of the chariots of Israel is going to be sent out by Yahushua to secure his elect, to keep thee in all thy ways. All right.
But when you can make something simple, it's easier to commit to memory. All right. It has more of a profound effect than, trying to give this long dissertation. We done fucked up. Excuse my French. We're in this land of these heathens. They're kicking our ass. We got to do something about this. So what are we going to do? Well, remember, and then, everybody's throwing their ideas around. Remember, you have this land, Arsareth, where King Solomon was sending, these other heathens to bring back goods. We know how to get there. So let's get together. We're going to sneak out of here and we're going to, make our way over to that land so we could keep the law, statutes, and commandments there. All right. So the ancient Assyrian empire, we were not delivered in this spectacular way. We fled from them. But in this time, when the Lord comes to deliver us from the modern Assyrians, which are America, as modern Assyrians, Nineveh, we're going to go out in style, okay, which will be by the chariots. It says, then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword. Why? Because that's how Yahushua is coming to get him. Not of a mighty man, and the sword not of a mean man, right? It was not going to be an actual physical war as far as two armies fighting each other, two physical armies fighting each other. It says, shall devour him, and not of a mean man shall devour him. Why? Because Yahushua said he's going to let out of his mouth a blast of fire, which is not literally a blast of fire. It's talking about the lasers from the chariots. It says, shall devour him, but he shall flee from the sword and his young men shall be discomfited. Right, because the military scriptures speak about the men of Babylon have forborne to fight. So what kind of battle would a military man that is used to war, a hardened military man, hardened warrior, what type of war would they have to fight to where it would, discomfort them and make them not want to fight? That's why in 2 Ezra 13, it speaks about they were afraid, yet there's fight. So what would cause that? That would be, Yahweh Shai and the angels, a strange, apparition, so to speak, fighting something that's not human. That would, make any, the bravest warrior melt. It says, and he shall pass over to his stronghold for fear, and his princes shall be afraid of the ensign. And what is the ensign? That sign in the heavens where Yahweh Shai and the angels coming back. That's going to be a great thing. And that's going to be, it's going to serve to put fear in the world and to reverence Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and to reestablish the Heavenly Father's fame, fame of his name on the planet Earth, and his son Yahweh Shai's name, and eventually the Israelites. All right? It says, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, whose fire is in Zion and his furnace in Jerusalem, right? Because he said he's going to make Judah, flame of fire, So Judah and Ephraim are coming back together, and the Lord he's going to put hell on these nations with us. So let's go from there. Let's go to Revelation 11. So there's a lot, man. There's greatness coming. I'm sorry, Revelation 18 first. And this is a scripture that's quoted of deliverance, but it's often quoted wrong. Some people know that it's talking about America, but some people are saying that you got to get passports and get out of America. And it's been done. And what happened? Nothing. Because that's not the way that deliverance is going to come. Deliverance, here it is. You're going to try to take away the glory from the magnitude of the deliverance that the Lord is going to give to us when he sends Yahweh Shai and the angels to deliver the elect with the chariot and, wherever the Israelites around the world, whatever chariot to. They trying to limit the Most High. They're trying to steal his glory from him by trying to deliver yourself. The scriptures say you're not going to deliver yourself. It don't matter how swift you are of feet. You're not going to deliver yourself from these calamities if you're not a part of the elect. If you're a part of the elect, you will be delivered. You won't have to deliver yourself. So in Revelation 18:4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. Right. And that's not talking about leaving in ships, leaving in by train or what you can leave by train on the water, or leaving by plane, and none of that. Helicopter, no, it's talking about the deliverance that the Lord is going to bring from those chariots. And to better understand what this is speaking about, because when you read Revelation 18, Revelation 18 is a blow by blow of the destruction. And prior to the destruction, the elect will be delivered. And when we go to Revelation 11, it gives us a better detail of this deliverance. Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, which is a 350-year prophecy from 1619 to 1969. If you minus 1619 from 1969, you're going to get 350 years exactly. And that is no coincidence that at that time when this prophecy was fulfilled, Elder Abba Bivens was out there with the truth, our stronghold, and the economies and the moral status and and just everything about America started to fall. Everything started to fall. They so-called sent their rocket to the moon, which they never made it to the moon. And from that point on, everything just started to go down. It started on a downhill spiral. Now here it is. What? like, what is it, like 50 some odd years in the future? Or no, I'm sorry. Let me see, 70, that's 2000, that's 54, about 55 years in the future, I believe, or so. Yeah, 55 years in the future. And what happens? The closure is coming in, the end. So it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, meaning into the elect, and they stood upon their feet out there prophesying, and great fear fell upon them which saw them, which is Esau and the other nations. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. See, what is that cloud? The chariot of Yahushai. And the same hour was there a great earthquake from the missiles and the lasers from the chariot, and the 10th part of the city fell, which, could be New York, could be part of, one of the zones in America. And then eventually it'll sweep across the rest of America, because it's starting to make more sense now. Elder Pastor went into it, because it does say a 10th part. It doesn't say that all 10 parts. So that's how it's going to start, because it's going to take an hour to destroy America. So it could start in one place, something devastating happening, and then, finish off through the rest of America. It says, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, which is a complete number. And the remnant, meaning what? The ones that went into the chariot were affrighted. They were afraid and scared because of the devastation. Remember, even the prophets were scared and gave glory unto the power of heaven. So please, forgive me. I have to take a pause for the cause. So.
All right, this is the apostle has to do something. All right, so I'm going to end it with this precept here. We used to see a lot the chariots. We still believe that they're the balls of light. Those are the angels hiding themselves, at a distance, but we know what they are. We know who they are. Go to Matthew 2 and 9. I think that's whenever you see these balls of light that are moving not in a straight line, because planes move in a straight line. Those balls of light are the chariots of Israel. They move. They can go left, right, stop, start again. Those are intelligent. It's Matthew 2 and 9. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. All right, this is Yahushua, the young child, when he was a baby being born. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. So they knew that seeing the chariot was a sign of Yahushua's birth, of the Messiah coming on earth to redeem the Israelites back to the Father. All right, because that redemption means that the other nations going into slavery. All right, those things are related; they're not separate. The nations that are not Israelites, all right, are going into slavery. You have Israelites scattered within all the nations on the earth. They're going to be recovered. They're not going into slavery. All right, so whatever their designation is, they're going to receive. Whether it's death, whether it's salvation, they'll receive. But the elect are not the Israelites are not going into slavery. All right, whether they elect or not, but they're not going into slavery. All right, they'll be recovered. All right, so I'll leave that there. Hope you edified. Shalom to the next lesson.